Mariah Carey just delivered one of the most jaw-dropping celebrity holiday moments of the year, and it didn't involve a chart record, a sold-out show, or a glamorous red carpet appearance. It was a single Christmas photo that instantly went viral, stopped fans in their tracks, and sparked an emotional reaction across the internet. Because standing beside her were her twins, Monroe and Moroccan, now so tall that they quite literally towered over her. The image feels almost unreal at first glance. Mariah Carey, the woman whose voice defines Christmas for generations, stands radiant and festive in front of a glowing tree, wrapped in holiday sparkle, confidence, and that unmistakable aura she's carried for decades. But the eye is immediately drawn upward to the twins, 14 years old, taller than their mom, calm, composed, and unmistakably grown. It's the kind of photo that forces you to pause, zoom in, and then sit back and think, how did this happen so fast? For longtime fans, this wasn't just a Christmas post. It was a time capsule snapping shut. Monroe and Moroccan were born in April 2011, during a period when Mariah Carey was still dominating pop culture headlines and living at the very peak of her celebrity power. The world watched their arrival with fascination. The twins were introduced to the public as glamorous babies born into music royalty, yet raised with a surprisingly level of warmth, humor, and protection. From their earliest photos, Mariah made it clear that while the world might be curious, her children's well-being would always come first. Fast forward to Christmas 2025, and those babies are gone. In their place stand two teenagers with height, confidence, and presence that suggest they are stepping into a new phase of life, one where they are no longer defined solely as Mariah Carey's kids, but as individuals coming into their own. This wasn't just about growth spurts or puberty. This was about identity forming right before the public's eyes. The internet reaction was immediate and intense. Fans flooded comment sections with disbelief, nostalgia, and shock. Many admitted they felt suddenly old. Others joked that the photo caused emotional whiplash. Some fans pointed out that Mariah was wearing heels and still appeared shorter than her children, which only amplified the moment. This wasn't a subtle change over time. This was a clear visual declaration that the twins have crossed a line from childhood into adolescence. People began sharing memories of when Monroe and Moroccan were toddlers, when Mariah would talk about bedtime routines, school projects, and silly family traditions. Fans recalled interviews where Mariah spoke about singing her children to sleep or trying to keep life as normal as possible despite her fame. Seeing the twins now standing tall and confident made those memories feel both precious and distant. What made the moment even more powerful was how normal it felt. Despite the fame, wealth, and spectacle surrounding their lives, the photo radiated warmth rather than excess. The twins wore casual outfits, playful and relaxed, featuring festive designs tied to their mother's legendary holiday identity. There was no forced pose, no overproduction, no sense of trying too hard. It felt like a genuine family moment, one that just happened to belong to one of the most famous women in the world. Mariah Carey has always had a complicated relationship with public perception. For decades, she's been portrayed as larger than life, untouchable, glamorous to the point of myth. She's been praised, criticized, misunderstood, and idolized. But motherhood changed her in ways fans have watched unfold slowly and sincerely. Over the years, she's spoken openly about how becoming a mother grounded her, softened her, and shifted her priorities in ways she never expected. Fame, success, and accolades took on a different meaning once Monroe and Moroccan entered her life. This Christmas photo felt like the culmination of that journey. It captured the intersection of superstar and mom, legend and human being. It showed a woman who has spent decades commanding stages, now standing still for a moment, letting the world see how far her children have come. There's also an emotional layer beneath the surface that fans picked up on instantly. Seeing Monroe and Moroccan at this age is a reminder of how quickly childhood disappears, not just for celebrities, but for everyone. Many fans who grew up listening to Mariah's music are now parents themselves. Some are watching their own children grow just as fast. Others are realizing how much time has passed in their own lives. That shared experience is what turned this image into something more than celebrity gossip. It became relatable, emotional, and deeply human. The twins' father, Nick Cannon, was noticeably absent from the Christmas photo, which naturally led to speculation and conversation online. While there's no indication of conflict in the image itself, fans couldn't help but discuss the dynamics. Nick Cannon's personal life has been highly public in recent years, often surrounded by headlines and controversy due to his large blended family. Still, he has consistently expressed love for Monroe and Moroccan and has shared moments with them publicly throughout the year.
Mariah and Nick's relationship has long been a topic of fascination. They were married from 2008 to 2016, and at the time, their relationship surprised many people. Despite skepticism, they appeared deeply affectionate and supportive of one another, especially after becoming parents. Their separation marked the end of a chapter, but not the end of their shared responsibility. Both have emphasized co-parenting and prioritizing their children's happiness above everything else. In this Christmas moment, though, the focus was clearly on Mariah as a mother. The image showed pride, acceptance, and perhaps even a touch of disbelief. It's one thing to intellectually understand that your children are growing up. It's another thing entirely to see it reflected so clearly in a single photograph, one that freezes time while simultaneously highlighting how fast it's moving. Fans also couldn't help but comment on how much Monroe and Moroccan seem to reflect different aspects of their parents. Moroccan often comes across as laid-back, relaxed, and quietly confident, while Monroe appears expressive, poised, and increasingly reminiscent of Mariah herself. These observations sparked endless conversations about personality, genetics, and the subtle ways children mirror their parents as they grow. Naturally, speculation followed about their futures. Will they step into the spotlight? Will they pursue music, acting, or entertainment in some form? Or will they choose paths completely outside the public eye? Mariah has addressed these questions before, making it clear that she wants her children to feel free to choose their own directions. She said she doesn't believe fame should be forced or inherited. It should be a personal decision made with intention. That philosophy appears to be reflected in how grounded the twins seem. Despite being raised in extraordinary circumstances, they don't appear overwhelmed or detached. Instead, they seem comfortable, protected, and emotionally secure. Fans often praise Mariah for walking the delicate line between sharing joy and maintaining privacy, allowing people a glimpse into her life without turning her children into spectacles. This Christmas season also arrived at a time when Mariah Carey once again reaffirmed her status as a holiday icon. Year after year, her music dominates playlists, charts, and pop culture conversations. New generations discover her songs, while longtime fans return to them like cherished traditions. And yet, this image shifted the narrative away from records, rankings, and accolades towards something far more intimate and meaningful. It reminded the world that behind the voice, the legend, and the glitter is a woman experiencing the same milestones as millions of other parents, watching her children outgrow her, watching them change, watching them become their own people. No amount of fame shields someone from the emotional impact of that reality. There's something poetic about the timing. Christmas has always been Mariah Carey's season. It's when she shines the brightest. It's when her presence feels unavoidable. And now it's also the season when the world sees just how much her life has evolved since she first stepped into the spotlight decades ago. The twins towering over her isn't just a physical detail, it's symbolic. It represents the natural passing of time, the shifting of roles, and the quiet realization that the next generation is rising. For Mariah, it's likely a mixture of pride, nostalgia, joy, disbelief, and maybe even a touch of sadness. For fans, it's a shared emotional moment that transcends celebrity culture and taps into something universal. This single image sparked conversations about aging, parenting, legacy, and growth. It made people laugh, reflect, and reconnect with their own memories. It reminded fans why they've stayed invested in Mariah Carey's journey for so long, not just because of her music, but because of her resilience, her honesty, and her humanity. And if this Christmas photo is any indication, the next chapter for Mariah Carey isn't just about breaking records or delivering iconic performances. It's about watching Monroe and Moroccan step confidently into their own light, navigating adolescence, and growing into whoever they choose to become. One holiday, one milestone, and one unforgettable growth spurt at a time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.